smell like my grandpa. Well, he's dead, but
Even more so.
Not like dead people, but like you have his fragrance.
Do I? I wear only one cologne.
What is it?
It's actually a woman's perfume.
Chaps.
No, I wear Chanel.
You wear Chanel?
I wear Chanel Mademoiselle.
For real?
Yeah.
That's the legit women's perfume is what you're wearing right now?
Yeah, I sprayed on my seam. Yeah. If that's kosher.
It is now.
Yeah.
I love how you're just a trendsetter in life.
Yeah, dude.
Women's cologne on the seam.
Dude,
Man,
it's so good.
I couldn't wait till these pictures go out.
What pictures?
Those pants are
Fire, dude.
it's quite strong.
Pants are so gas.
Those
Where did
actually
you
look
get
like
those?
David's father's pants as well.
Oh, dude, these pants are so gassed.
Pull that mic up on your face. You can pull it towards you if you want to sit back, get comfy.
Look, dude,
Have you
I know
used-
how to podcast, okay?
Okay. Have you done this before?
Actually, I haven't done too many podcasts. I've only done interviews.
Have you done 2 podcasts?
You've done two at least.
I've definitely done 2.
At least 2.
These are from Urban Outfitters.
Are they?
Yeah,
Don't they use like child laborers?
probably.
That's I actually only shop at places that do that.
Are those
Yeah,
are
I know.
those tariff pants?
These are tariff-free pants.
Tariff
Wow.
free?
Dude, tariffs. Let's get into
I mean,
it.
it's getting hot.
I'm a big fan of losing money. I'm just going to tell you right now.
How's your portfolio, David?
Down 27.6%.
Well, the stock market had a big surge yesterday. Did you not?
and then
did.
all the morons sold again today.
They did. They
Good.
did.
Quit selling. Quit it.
It happens.
You're doing nothing but screwing with my head right now. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Are you a portfolio dude, Ruston? Do you dabble in the stickity stocks?
My people do.
Your people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I
Like your dad.
know like my business,
Shout out Tim.
business managers.
You got a business managers?
Yes.
Do you have more than one?
Yes, I have 2.
Wow.
Oh.
That's a lot of money to be counting.
Dude, I mean, yeah.
You know?
I did quit for 2 months.
What happened?
I felt amazing.
So you decided to feel not amazing?
It's like it's the easiest thing to reach for. You know?
Yeah.
Like I don't reach for
Do you like something in your mouth, or is it just you like the caffeine boost of it or the nicotine boost of it?
I would
Not,
prefer
you
to
know
smoke.
what I mean about mouth feels.
I would prefer to smoke. I would prefer to vape. I would prefer to smoke cigs. If I could smoke, if cigs weren't bad for you, I would every moment.
Yeah.
I
Like you just
love-
pull on a dart all day long.
all day.
Yeah.
I've had like a dart here and there.
The occasional dart.
The occasional dart, and I've actually lost the taste for it.
Mm.
Now vape though, that was harder to quit than cigs.
Yeah.
That I mean, because it's so convenient.
It
You
is.
just vape
I
everywhere.
quit it when we were in Dominican.
Really?
Yeah, for your wedding.
Oh.
Because I got sick. And I was like, I feel like shit anyway, so I might as well just
Whoa!
Shut it down.
You quit vaping.
I quit
in the
vaping in the Dominican. I threw it away when we first got there because I was
There,
like, I feel terrible anyway.
There weren't many people quitting anything in the Dominican.
No,
No, there's a couple startups happening.
I tried to fight a little Filipino dude on the beach. I threw a chair and then just me. It was me and you and Ty,
Yeah.
and I threw a chair because I was drunk. And the little dude came over and was like, "You threw that chair?" I said, "No, I didn't." And he literally saw me. I was right beside me when I threw it. It wasn't me.
You kicked a light too, like a soccer ball.
I did my best.
Yeah.
I was good, David. Then it was great.
Was there any B-roll from
Yeah,
the wedding, like from the day, like that never saw the light of day?
Oh, I'm sure we have something. Yeah.
Of like, I just would love to see.
I found
I
someone.
don't know.
I found a photo album of the sunset cruise we did the day before the wedding.
Yeah.
That was a lot of good pictures.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Whoa.
video wise, I
Yeah.
don't remember what we have and don't have.
One picture of me and you and Kyle and Brian Davis. And,
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll have to dig those up and share them. He'll take you back. You're going to be like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. Whoa, BD.
BD.
Do you guys still hang with him?
Saw him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Right with him quite often.
Wow. What about Billy?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I've worked with Billy on a project for the past month.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yes.
I love that.
Everybody still hangs out except for you.
That's
Yeah.
that's
It's
true.
fine. Crowmaster.
Nah,
I mean,
dude.
we miss you, but apparently you don't miss us.
This is not facts.
You couldn't care less.
This is not true.
Welcome to Twangtown. I am David Tolliver.
And I am Colt Mercy. And today we have with us our 3-peat appearance, Ruston Kelly.
Just let your soul go.
He's amazing.
That's an extra
Thank
one.
you,
That's an
guys.
extra long one for you.
Thank you.
Extra
guys.
long
Whiskey in
For
my
an extra long
water.
guy.
That's one way that I've been described from head to toe.
Extra long.
He's not like super tall, but he's a long fella.
Yeah.
No, actually, I did. I dated a girl.
He's
one
long in the
time.
hip.
Long in the hip. No, she was like, you don't have a 6-pack, and I was like, obviously. And she's like, but you have a Civil War body. And I was like,
Wow.
I'm sorry, what is that?
What does that mean? I've never
She's
heard
like,
this.
She's like, you may not have a 6-pack, but I feel like you could march for like a long time. It's like you kind of a wider frame, chiseled out of wood.
You're wider. You have a wider frame.
I guess I'm just a sturdy guy.
You're like the Energizer Bunny. You just keep going.
You next album? Can you name it Civil War Body?
yeah.
Yeah, that's got a ring to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
body of a Civil War.
Body of a civil, like the head wrap and the and the drum.
Head wrap?
You know, the 3 dudes that danced out in front of the war. Here we come, puppy.
Oh yeah. They were like children.
That could
weren't
be
they?
you.
Like playing the piccolo and
They were
dodging
making
cannonballs.
making shirts.
They were. They were.
I don't know.
They were into textiles.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They were small Vietnamese children.
Were they?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't. I
They
think
were
it was
imports.
on
That was
set-
a
on
big. That was a big
soil.
contingent in the Union Army.
What?
The Vietnamese children.
No way.
Word.
They were. That was a thing.
No.
That was not a thing. That was not a thing.
Yeah.
They were worried more about gangrene.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I read recently that the German forces in World War II,
Mm-hmm.
that Germany, I guess whatever department that is
Deutschland.
Deutschland that's
Yeah.
responsible for developing new medicine or whatever,
Mhm.
they came up with a single pill, and it was called DIX or D9. And in the single pill was an opiate, just like a little bit of cocaine and amphetamine.
no, they were completely hopped up on meth.
They were on mephedrine. Everybody was taking it back
Yeah,
then.
they were, especially if you were on the front line, you got the most meth. Like if
You
you were in
did.
the tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
They marched across Poland on foot in 3 days.
Did you know
Yeah.
They didn't stop.
Did you know they still prescribe that to children? It's called Disoxin. It's pure methamphetamine in tablet form.
Disoxin.
Nice.
I wish I was a kid again.
I heard in World War II that the Nazis eradicated all the little people.
No, they didn't.
Like
Yeah.
the dwarf people.
Yeah.
Can you call them dwarfs or
Yeah.
midgets now? I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
can. I just didn't want to offend anybody. But when they went to film the original Wizard of Oz, like in the opening scene, they had all the people from
The Munchkins.
The Munchkins.
Munchkin land. Yes.
Yeah, like they couldn't find any over there because they filmed it over there.
right. Oh, wow.
They filmed that in
So they had to-
Germany.
Somewhere over there,
Oh.
like Austria, Germany,
I think
something.
it was Austria.
But like,
Alvita sang.
so they had to like bring in all people from here over there because they couldn't find any over there.
Huh. Wow.
Also, that movie is so sick.
The first one,
Wizard of Oz.
you know,
Yeah.
It's a
the
lot
OG
of,
Judy Garland.
There's a lot of stuff behind in that movie. It's like Judy Garland was all hopped up on speed the whole time.
Everyone was doing speed.
There was asbestos in the snow scene with the poppies.
The Tin Man got like
Tin Man
horrible
got
cancer.
aluminum poisoning and cancer.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Scarecrow
yeah.
had gout. It was chaos.
Scarecrow had gout.
Yeah, like ravishing
Like horrible
gout,
gout.
ravaging.
Ravaging.
Yeah,
Both kinds.
Both kinds.
yeah.
Yes.
Uric acid is no
The-
joke, man.
It is not a joke.
It is not.
Uric.
Yeah. Anyway, what
Well.
you been doing?
Oh, I've been going. Honestly, this has been a very busy season. Let's see. We started recording album 4 in October. Pre-production in October, and that rolled into November and December, and then I had a little bit of break for the holidays. But I have this project called Dirt Emo.
Dirt Emo,
And
yes.
Dirt Emo.
But while we were tracking album 4, we had recorded Dirt Emo Volume 2 in August and September, and then started with album 4 in October. So the rollouts for both of those have been like, at least while we were doing mixes for album 4, we were announcing and rolling out Dirt Emo Volume 2, and I was also curating a couple fun shows at the Basement East for those, and then also while we're plotting, planning, finishing, mastering, album shoot, all of that for album 4. So it's been kind of nuts, but I'm kind of have like a breather moment. It's nice.
And that's why you're here.
That's why I'm here, and I don't go on the road until October, like this tour, or well, I can't say that, so I'll have to edit that out. We haven't announced it yet. But I don't go on the road for a while. And
October-ish.
we go on the road at some point. And yeah, I've just been going, hustling, living.
Are you living in Nashville proper now?
I am. I live in Germantown right now.
Germantown.
Wow, I was just there writing today.
Where are you?
Yeah, man, over there close to the Optimist.
Oh God, what a spot.
It's a good little seafood joint.
Dude, have you not been?
No.
It's
Dude,
good.
take
We
Olivia.
should go there.
The Optimist is fantastic.
Yeah.
So good. Are you an oyster guy?
I am an oyster guy.
I
am an
love
oyster
oysters, and their oysters are
Big fan. Yeah.
That sounds pretty tasty.
Yeah, they're like kind of, like if you don't like oysters, then it's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's typically how people are.
Are you a
like
raw
oysters.
dogger, or do you got a cracker and
Raw.
all the fixins?
Raw, black coffee, raw oysters,
I'll
baby.
I'll go cracker horseradish.
Yeah, for a little joke.
Yeah,
like
it's
a little
hey,
fun thing.
I want a little venture out into the unknown.
Yeah.
But it's just let it slide.
Let it slide.
Yeah,
You let it slide.
yeah. It's kind of like the okra we had yesterday.
Oh, my God.
the middle of that
we
okra.
had
We were at the Hutton
It was
Hotel yesterday.
Pathetic.
Got a little dinner before his ride around, and on the menu it just said okra. I was like, oh yeah, let's get some okra.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
I
a
got
Southern
this nice
staple. Of
golden
course.
fried okra pictured in my mind.
Of course.
And they bring it out, and it's just full okra laying on like this
Yeah, just
bed
slimy.
of some kind of
Yeah.
cream, and we all get a piece and we eat it, and it was like the most feeling in your mouth.
Yeah.
It was
It's like if you just inhaled a big like wad of snot,
Yeah.
and just swished it around.
Yes.
We were very turned off immediately.
it was all
Yes.
of the It was all of the mouth feels all at once, and none of them were good.
yeah.
Okra is a fine line. It has to be fried.
It has to be fried.
Yeah.
There's no other way to eat it.
Dude, I was raised on Southern food.
Yeah.
So fry me okra and give it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we tried it. We were open minded.
And we gave it right back to him.
Yeah,
Would
This
you like
is
for us to
not-
box this up? I would like
It's an
it.
okra.
Yeah.
I
dude
would
was like, "You want
like
a
for you
box?"
to never serve that to another human being.
It was
Honestly,
like, I will
Yeah.
pay you to take this off the menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
that bad.
Hutton. Nice.
yeah,
The rest of the food was great.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the okra was
The scallops were delightful.
Oh.
very disappointing.
Yeah.
The okra.
I don't. Yeah, it was fine. Where do you go eat here? Do you cook yourself? Not.
I'm a
cook you,
very simple guy.
but like fried like chicken fingies.
I believe it or not, when it comes to my cuisine, no, not like that. Like I eat healthy, but I can eat. Maybe it's like tour brain, but like I can eat the same shit every day, every night, and I live alone,
Mhm.
so it's a bit like because what I did was I lived in Portland. I had a house up there, did some light renovation to it, and then put it up on the market. And I was kind of thinking, real estate agents kind of think it's going to be a couple months, few months maybe minimum, and I'll take my time finding a new place.
Mhm.
And I put it up on the market, and I got an amazing offer, like literally that afternoon.
Wow.
So I was like, I got to find a place to live in 2 weeks, and interest rates are crazy. So we just thought it was a better idea to just find like a little place in Germantown for just a kind of temporary. So it's very like, it's almost like a glorified writing room, which is fine for me. I don't need a ton of shit.
oh,
And my girlfriend lives in East Nashville, and she cooks very well. And so we have that. But when I'm left to my own devices, I have a little air fryer, pop a piece of salmon in. Broccoli.
You're a fan of the air fryer, though.
I mean, I'm only a fan of it in so much as it's a convenient
Gotcha.
mode to cook.
Yeah.
You know, it's just pop it in and I'm done.
Do you put oil in it?
I put tinfoil in it.
You put tin foil? No oil?
No oil?
No oil.
No olive oil, avocado oil, salt, pepper.
I put salt and pepper, and then I put hot sauce and honey on it.
What kind of hot sauce are you using?
Cholula. I like its viscosity.
I like the woman on the front of it.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She is.
She does wonderful.
Buenos dias.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's
Solamente
probably
univision.
This is exactly how she would speak.
She would.
Yes, she would. But yeah, that's what I do. And then I have a little sweet treat.
What's your sweet treat?
I'm just thinking about it. I love taking those Quest peanut butter cups.
Uh-huh.
I put those in the freezer.
Oh yeah.
Now Quest is it's more of a protein.
It is.
It's a
Dark
lot of
chocolate.
It's a healthier,
Cancer free.
I make what's
balanced
called
bar, I guess.
It is. I eat 2 meals a day. And I usually don't eat till about 4. And it's salmon and something or like a piece of meat. And then probably around midnight, I make a peanut butter and jelly smoothie as my sweet treat.
Whoa.
So get you ready for this?
Yeah, I'd bring it.
All right. So I'm not a fan of strawberry flavored anything. However, with the base of the smoothie, you get the Core Power 42 grams of protein, strawberry protein.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Yeah.
Pour it, just half of it. All right. Then you put a scoop of Cocoa Pebbles, dimetized protein, and then scoop of peanut butter. All right. That's enough liquid going around. 1 banana, handful of raspberries.
Handful.
Okay. Grind it up. It's ready. It's not. Because you then take your frozen Quest cups, toss it in, chunks it up, and then for a quick little crunch, throw in some pumpkin seeds.
Whoa.
Pepitas.
Pepitas.
And you're ready for a little munchy, crunchy, chocolatey peanut butter, strawberry.
Sounds delightful.
I don't know who is sitting in here.
Yeah. Dude. Well, I traded the cocaine and amphetamines for...
This is a large step away from the wall dust.
It is a long
Dude, I'm so proud of
grind.
you.
Yes, dude. I'm like an actual adult. I mean, bills are paid. Business is in the black. as
Interest
they
rates
say.
are high right now. I
2
can't
business
say-
managers.
Yeah, dude. Yes. You got to have somebody handling
That
it.
is sexy.
Shout out to Hannah and Steph at FSM. Just
Let's
making
go.
sure I'm, living
FSM
okay.
for all your financial needs.
Actually, yeah.
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 We should get a sponsorship. I don't know.
Yeah.
Should
I don't
be
know.
sponsored by a financial company.
Man, it is better to be healthy.
Yeah, it is.
As I ate a little thing of M&Ms over here because my blood sugar got a little low, but
Hey, sometimes you gotta do what you got to do.
There's blood sugar, then there's the southern blood sugar. It's like,
yeah,
dude, my blood sugar's fine, but my southern blood sugar needs a little pick me up.
Needs a little needs a little toot.
there's
Hey,
a guy.
Let me get on that tongue.
Do you know? Do you know Nate Frederick? The Wholesome Boys, I guess is what they're called. I played around with him last night, and he played a song called.
They would totally be.
I
in
figured
your
he
alley.
would be in your wheelhouse.
Are they wholesome people?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
But
but yeah.
but he played a song called "My Blood Sugar's Low."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
my sugar's low.
My sugar's low.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know where it was going to go.
Where did it go?
Not sure still.
Okay. How did he get his sugar up?
He had a very cool voice. You know,
Okay.
he was very like
Oh.
you know.
Okay, Nate.
Yeah,
All right.
Nate. He's flying. I called him Fredericks. Nate Fredericks. He doesn't have an S on there.
Oh,
I
it's
felt
just Nate
bad
Frederick.
about it. Nate Frederick. Yeah, yeah. He's an interesting cat.
Yeah. He's
And
cool.
Jada Dreyer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
know
good ring.
Jada.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dave Kennedy. He's like Stapleton Light,
Yeah. Okay.
but good. He's like
You said he's like if Jesus, Jared Leto, and Chris Stapleton had a child.
It had a baby, like a 3 men sort of and a baby.
Yeah.
He's got piercing blue. He looks like fat Jared Leto.
Oh, I love that. I love him.
Yeah, and he sounds like Chris Stapleton
Whoa.
without the yelling.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
Right?
I
Nice.
kind of like him more than a friend.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know?
They
Yeah.
hug laying down.
Yeah. If we may
We do
hold
horizontal
hands.
hugs.
Yeah. I'm all about the double H.
Dude, I'm all about holding hands with
You
my
know?
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ridden any scooters lately?
No.
Okay.
Well, not since the accident.
Not since the accident.
Yeah.
Your face looks better.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if you did anything to your face.
I didn't.
I had a buddy who
Still looks better.
who's
Somehow looks better.
I thought about you the other day because one of my friends he's like a Broadway guy. He's on Broadway. His name's
Sick.
Patrick Dunn, but he's like the Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh.
And he was whoever Jean and Lemieux.
Yeah.
But he's like the Elvis impersonator for Graceland. He won like the
Sick.
competition. So I met him through that. But he wrecked. He got hit by a car on a scooter the other day, dude.
Oh.
And it
Oh.
fucked him up. Like his face, he had to have reconstructive surgery.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
Wait,
But I-
so are scooters still are they still a thing?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah, I guess.
They're
Are
everywhere
people
around
riding
here.
them around
Yeah.
here?
I haven't been on one since before COVID. And I'm just like,
You rode
know,
one too?
before COVID, I used to
What's
ride them
wrong
every
with
now and
you?
then. But I'm 42 now. I'm like, I can't recover from a scooter wreck.
No.
You
That's
know?
one thing I am learning at the ripe old age 36.
You old dog, you.
Dude, things hurt more physically. They really do. I was like, what the like the other day I literally bent down to tie my shoe. And it was like a tragedy occurred in my back. I had to sit down for like a while.
I had to recover from tying
And-
my shoes.
Yeah, I was feeling the age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to plan how I'm going to get back up after I squat.
Whoa.
Is it a bracing on a couch? Is there something nearby I can grab?
You have to think ahead.
I have to plan ahead for my actions
Yeah.
these days.
Just plan your escape route.
Dude, I tell you what, peptides have changed my life.
Are you on the tides?
I'm on the peptides.
So
I
what
take
are the tides?
It's basically the precursor to like the growth hormone or other building blocks of amino acids and proteins in
Yeah.
your body.
Yeah.
But what they do is it's not putting something per se in. It makes your body produce this.
Oh, okay.
So ipamorelin I take every day as an injectable, and it makes you produce growth hormone. It stimulates your
What's it
pituitary
called?
gland. Ipamorelin. There's ipamorelin, tesamorelin, sermorelin.
Okay.
They're just basically the building blocks for human growth
Does it go in your
hormone.
butt talk?
It goes in my belly talk. You can put it in
Your
your
belly talk.
any fatty tissue.
Whoa. Is it an injection?
Injectable, yeah.
Does it feel kind of good?
It depends on where you put it.
That's
Man,
true.
it does. It'll change your body chemistry.
What's the biggest effect that you notice from
energy level and not pain? No
Wow.
pain. Like I used to have a lot of pain in my knees and ankles from playing basketball, but I don't really have it anymore. It could have been 50 pounds I lost too.
Does it like regenerate
Yeah, baby.
some tissues and
There's
stuff
one
like
I
that?
take one called TB500 and also BPC 157.
I've heard of that one.
They regenerate your tendons and ligaments
Wow.
and cartilage, and
Yeah.
they help heal your body.
Like your body acted when you were, it was in your 20s.
Yep.
So is this something like you went to like a your PCP and it was like
No, I study. My sister's been into it for years.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she's in her, how old is she now? She's in her 60s and looks like she's 35, 40 years old.
Let's
Wow.
go. I love that.
But yeah, it'll change it. It'll change.
Maybe
your
I need
stuff.
some tides in my life.
Yeah.
AG1 too.
Tides.
You do that.
AG1, athletic
Yeah.
greens.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does AG1 do? Same thing.
It changes your gut biome, your gut health.
It's like a bunch of greens and mushrooms and vitamins. And
It's all the stuff you don't get these days.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
I
It's a
drink
supplement.
it 8 ounces in the morning, done.
Wow. And you notice a difference?
when I first took it for the first 2 or 3 months, right after I took it, I just felt like I had so much more energy.
Yeah.
I think now my body's just accustomed to it. And I don't feel that rush like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
But the first 2 or 3 months I took it, all of a sudden I was like, it'd be like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, let's go.
What do you guys want to do? Because I'm doing something.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so that's kind of worn
used
off.
to do that at 10 o'clock at
I
night.
did,
Yeah.
until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
the following next 2
Or
days.
till,
But it's helped with my blood work for sure.
yeah.
I've been taking it for about 2 years now.
Let's go.
Blood pressure's down, cholesterol's down, everything's down. God,
Yeah.
we sound old.
Gosh, we're so old.
It's good though. It's good. I'm noticing like the one thing that started. I think when I turned 35, I really started to actually think about my longevity. That was something that never was in the scope of things. Part of that has to do with meeting my girlfriend, where it was like, okay, like this is such a good person. I want to be good all around too, and I want to be good for a long time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I had a death wish ever. It may have seemed like that, but I just kind of always
not
felt
at all.
like, never, not snorting wall dust.
Yeah. You don't. I'm the same personality type you are.
Yeah.
We're very similar in our
Kyle would
situations.
say it's very Enneagram 7.
Yes. But it is when it's just us, we're very selfish and
Yes.
want what we want.
Mhm.
But you throw someone else who is better into the equation, as Jenna is for me.
Yeah.
And she's younger than me. She's 15 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And when I was after COVID, it was like, dude, I was 285.
Mm.
Boom.
And she was like, "You're puffy,"
Like,
But she's
Lightly putting it.
she's like, "Look, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you, but you're older than me, and I need you around for a long time."
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's like, okay,
yeah, there's like
You
a
win.
sobering moment to it, and it's not as exciting, as living in like the fast lane. But like the fast lane, it's such a price to pay on your body, and like I'm still uncovering
Takes the tread off faster.
way faster.
that's
I
a
just-
great analogy.
That is a great
I'm here all
analogy.
week.
You must work in.
I work with
words.
songwriters.
Oh,
Yeah. Are you stealing shit right now from someone?
No, that literally just popped in my head.
Oh, what a rumor, my girl.
Wow. It's like those words were just right
What a
behind
rumor,
me.
my girl. Nobody.
just one of my favorite podcasts.
Those are memories I don't mess with.
Look, that's a memory I definitely don't mess with when I got whiskey in my water.
Even if it makes me want to.
especially here tonight.
well, to
We
be
just
honest,
got to love each other like crazy.
Yeah,
the truth about you
a good
is
girl.
You are more than a memory.
Good girl.
You are more than a memory.
Good girl.
Hey, we're just here tonight.
I'm down to one right now.
Yeah.
I just need a little whiskey in my
Wait,
water.
okay. Since you guys are in this sphere, what is your favorite country song that's on the radio right now? And does that even exist for you?
And mine that I know of off the top of my, I don't have the whole chart memorized, but the most current song that's out right now that I absolutely loved when I first heard it is Morgan Wallen's "Smile."
Ooh, yeah.
Have you heard that?
I have. I
It
like
just
Morgan
hit me. I
Wallen.
was like, man, those guys just wrote the fire out of that song.
Yeah.
And the way he sings it was just really awesome. And it's very organic and stripped down, not as typical like 808 sound and stuff.
Right,
Right.
What's the kind of general consensus on Music Row for Morgan and all that?
I mean, Morgan's he's number one.
Yeah.
I've heard he's steering a little more toward a better content of music, of lyricists,
Yeah.
a little more of a poetic license.
It's okay.
if
Yeah,
you will,
Who is
I
the-
think.
he's growing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Who was the last Morgan Wallen in town that you remember? Like that someone when it was like, whoa, this
I got arrested all the time.
they got
Hunt.
arrested all the time. That was popping off.
Chris
hard.
Cagle.
You know what I mean? Like the dude, like,
Dude.
you know how Florida Georgia line was.
But
like,
they were clean. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
but I mean, like someone that just like was number one. Who was the last?
Sam Hunt was
big
huge for a
timer?
little while.
Sam Hunt. Yeah,
Yeah, he was like that guy that was just
That's right. It was Sam
he had
Hunt.
a killer
Yeah.
bass player.
Who was his bass player?
a machine.
Mac?
He didn't have a bass player. He ran tracks.
No, a MacBook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone created a Instagram profile like Sam Hunt's bass player, and it was just a picture of like a MacBook.
That's so good.
That is a good question.
That's
though.
a Joe Leathers joke, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He would start that.
He
I'm a
probably
national
did.
songwriter.
He probably did.
You wouldn't know if I didn't tell you. I don't. What does he do? What's his thing? His
So
shtick,
I'm
you know?
a Nashville songwriter. If I was any good at it, I wouldn't have to tell you.
Yeah, that's right. How is Joe?
It's good.
I love that.
I mean,
guy.
follow his Instagram. You know what he's doing
Yeah.
every day.
Well, I see. He's the parked cars, the incorrectly parked cars.
I would send him mine all the time. That's one of my pet peeves.
when people do that.
Yeah, even when they're not parked next to me.
Yeah, no, I've actually I did this the other day. I could not find a parking spot, and the only parking spot available, someone had parked halfway into it. And it just like, this is maybe getting older, and I was like, fuck you. So I literally dug in my car for a piece of paper and a Sharpie, which I had on hand.
What,
Of course, 'cause
what
you
was your phrase?
Get a lot of autographs.
I said, bro. I wrote, bro, don't park like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then I put it on their
The
bumper.
worst is like when you're going somewhere and it's a completely packed parking lot, and it's always a truck. A truck
It's always
back
a truck.
into, like, he literally straddled the white line, so he's taking up two
Yeah.
spots. It's like, bro.
Oh, I know. I did a big faux pas. I just bought a truck. And
What? What'd you
Yes.
get?
It was my dream car.
Did you get a tiny penis truck?
Did you get the new Ford Ranger?
No,
The Maverick.
I got a GMC Sierra A24 or
Oh,
A24.
sexy.
Yeah, it's storm gray.
Storm gray.
Yeah.
Storm gray.
It's actually my prized possession. I'm not a things guy, but I was like, all right, I'm buying this truck.
Nice.
But I did a huge faux pas the other day. I don't know what I was on the phone, and I parked in the parking lot, and my neighbors parked in front of me. I have like this big carport, and I don't know what I was thinking about. I guess I was in a rush, and I went inside, and then my producer called me. We had to like blow through all these mixes, and I was up until like 3 a.m. Got 11,000 steps on my pacer, and I hadn't even left my house. It was just one of those nights. And I woke up in the morning, and I didn't wake up till noon. And I walk outside, and my truck is parked in the fucking middle of the carport, and had been since noon the day before.
Wow.
And I texted my neighbor, and I was like, I swear I'm not that guy. She's like, I just thought maybe, you were becoming a truck guy. She's like, you need those metal balls to hang from the back of your truck in a park like that.
Bumper balls. Yeah.
Did you get your douche certificate?
Dude, I felt so bad.
There's a dude at the gym the other day that he did the ultimate.
Oh no.
He parked right on the meeting point of 4 lines of a parking place.
Oh.
Like right, he took up 4 spots.
Oh, see, that's King douche.
That's King Dude.
It was so impressive, and it wasn't like it was out. It was like right in the middle of the
front
parking lot.
center.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to.
Wow. What'd you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
You park like an asshole.
You wrote a
That's
note?
exactly what I wrote, and I put it in there, and I waited to see if he was going to come out.
Did he?
No.
No, I didn't.
And then I saw him, and I was like, "That." There's 2 dudes that drive identical trucks.
It'd been funny if it
big.
was like a 70-year-old guy, and he's like
One of 'em
hobbling
is.
out there, and
One
you're
of
like,
'em
oh
is.
man, he just can't see good.
My thing is because when I go to the gym or I go to grocery store or something, I will park the farthest out you can. I like my car. I finally got a nice car. I don't want it dinged up. So I will park far out.
Love it.
Sometimes, for some reason, somebody
They park right next to you.
will park right next to me. And there will be 400 open spots, but them mother will find me and park right next
Like,
to
oh
me.
man, I want to be in the cool car club.
And I can't. It's like I get mad, but I'm like, what? They didn't do anything technically wrong.
No, but
However, comma,
I hate you for it.
I hate you. And it's usually some beat up piece of shit.
Yeah,
I'm so angry at them.
it's
right
seen a
now.
lot
Yep.
of damage. Yeah.
Yep. I
So-
park far away too.
I love it. I will sit on the
I like
treadmill and watch the people circle the parking lot to come in the gym to work out, but they would try their damnedest to get the closest place to the park, to the gym.
That's the best oxymoron that,
Yeah.
that exists in this world.
I laugh. It's so much fun.
Oh, the gym.
Yeah. So you've been with the girl a while now, yeah?
Yeah, almost a year.
What?
Congratulations.
No, I mean it'll be like a year, like late July, but
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
it's great. Yeah, family is great. Everything is like in my personal life is good. I'm surrounded by a lot of good people, and I feel like held accountable, but like also, just I got some of my main homies like that I've made music with for a long time. We kick it, and then my family, and then so her sister and brother-in-law become really good friends. So the four of us go to dinner. Oh, you guys like Thai food?
Love Thai food.
Yeah.
Okay, the best Thai food I've ever had in my life is in Mount Juliet.
What?
Yes, it's called Smiley Thai.
Smiley Thai.
I'd heard of it.
Don't try it.
It had been on some lists, and
Yeah.
I heard of it, and we all went out there, and I was like blown away.
Yeah.
My Thai order is pad Thai.
I was going to say, I'm a pad Thai
Okay,
guy.
you got to try. If I'm going to Thai, Thai is my favorite.
That's
food.
kind of the litmus test for a
Yeah.
Thai place.
You get pad Thai.
it's basic, but it's like if you got good pad Thai, everything else has got to be good.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I get a side of Penang curry sauce.
Stop it. Little drizzle on top.
Little drizz.
That's pretty smart.
Smiley
It's really
Thai.
smart.
Makes it a little extra
Smiley.
saucy.
It's
easier to
brilliant-
swallow.
A super easy to swallow.
Wow.
Super
Pervert.
lush. It's a liquid lush experience.
The old liquid
I
lush.
mean, if you're into
Liquid lush.
mouthfeel,
Do you
yeah.
like Indian food?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Go to Shohan.
Shohan.
It's in the Gulch right across from 12th and Port. It
Yeah?
used to be.
remember where Judge Beans used to be?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one that's
It's Manit Shohan's place.
it used to be
Mockingbird is right beside of it.
yes, it's
Owned
across
by
from 12th and Porter.
Yeah,
It's really
across-
good.
Dude,
Legit.
get in there and get those mussels.
Oh,
Oh,
I haven't had the
And
muscles there.
I get the curried goat or curried lamb, whichever, whichever
love
one of them.
lamb,
But I
dude.
get it with the mussel sauce, the gong sauce.
okay, I'm going there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
strong.
it's really good.
The non-flatbread, the French dip non-flatbread.
Oh, dude.
Have you tried their? It's not poutine, but it's like poutine.
Yeah,
the
I've
fries.
tried. Yes, I've tried it all.
Oh, it's so
I've tried
good.
it all.
So good.
Dang.
It's probably, if not my favorite restaurant in Nashville. It's top
Ooh.
3.
Wow.
Sexy.
What's your other two?
Oh, God Almighty! I have so many. Optimist is right up there.
So good.
Um,
You guys like Lachlan?
haven't been there.
Haven't
What?
been or
That's
heard
my
of it.
favorite
No.
restaurant in Nashville.
Oh,
Lachlan Table?
yeah,
Dude, come on. If you like mussels,
yeah.
dude.
Big fan of mussels.
Oh, they got a Thai mussel dish.
Yeah.
We get it every time.
Jeez.
And it's got like super grilled, buttery sourdough.
Uh,
And it's stuck right in there. Dude, it's my dad's
So
favorite
hungry.
dish.
I'm
DK.
so hungry.
Yeah.
I kind of want to eat now.
What do you like to do when you're not doing the musics?
I've
What
been
are your
trying,
hobbies?
Yeah, I've been trying to find some hobbies because like my hobbies have always been creative based.
Wall dust.
It's always been wall dust or drawings.
Real quick, we were talking about yesterday on the podcast because we brought up the old Ryder House. How long were you actually living in the Ryder House before the gig was up?
Before you figured out he was in there.
10 months.
Was it no? Was it 10 months? I thought it was 3.
No, bro. I like legit lived there. Legit lived there. Dude, every time I drive past that joint, I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
that was such a time. What was I even doing?
Nobody knows.
No one knows. There was a time where I was writing in that room, but I would just lay
the
under
basement
the table.
or
Lay under the table.
Yeah. And just count the splinters in the wood. It had to be done.
must take inventory.
It had to be done. It just needed to be done.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah,
All
no, I
right.
lived there about 10 months, 8 to 10 months, I would say.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. It was the only time you asked me to come in the office and close the door. And
Ruston,
you
we have to have
literally.
a serious talk.
How did you figure it out?
Yeah, wait,
I
how
don't
did that happen?
remember. I think I got tipped off someone else figured it out, and I was like, oh,
Who tipped you off? Who would do that?
I don't know. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't.
I think it was that partly like you started to have some suspicions because you'd come into the office and everything had been closed down and your desk had been reorganized. I would come there because I lived there,
Right.
You know, I'd come there on a Sunday just to chill, you know, at my house, and I would clean the windows. And from the outside and inside, I'd clean, and because there was cleaning stuff in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm giving back. You know what I mean? I'm giving back.
I'm
to what they've
earning my
given
keep.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine at the time, because I used to wear this like really long robe on Sundays and had like a houndstooth top hat.
I remember that hat.
And so I can only imagine the people driving by on a Sunday afternoon, seeing this man frantically cleaning
outside of the windows.
cleaning this homeless man, which I was at the
In
time.
a robe and a top hat.
Robe and a top hat.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh.
I wrote so many songs in that house.
That was great.
Got in a fight with a homeless man that may or may not have existed. I lost my banjo. Still haven't found it.
Oh yeah,
Lost your banjo?
There is a chance it's on the roof. No joke. There is a chance there's a banjo on the roof.
What if there was still a banjo on the roof?
That was
I mean, that time frame was a very wonderful, odd time for
it
lot
was
of
a
us.
very wonderful.
Do you
odd
remember you asking David to punch you?
time. No.
We were in Colt's office, and you would not let me not punch you. Yeah, you had punched me, bro. I was like, I don't want to punch you, bro.
Was the
Come on.
library bar, had that been opened at the time?
I don't know. What was the library bar?
Every time I went into your office, I asked for a drink.
Oh yeah, I had that
Oh.
little bar behind me.
Yes,
That's
the
right.
little Jack Daniels.
Or how about the time you came? This probably was the kicker when you came back, when you arrived
Yeah.
to the office and all of the furniture had been stacked on top of each other. And I was like, look how beautiful.
Look what I've done
Look what I've done for you.
for you.
And I like at the time couldn't understand why like that wasn't regarded as
Why it was frowned upon? Yeah.
No, but when you called me into your office, you're like, close the door. And I was like, oh shit. And I remember you just sat behind your desk and you just kind of put your head in your hands. And you went,
Like, how do you even approach this conversation?
I'm just gonna ask you, do you live here?
No shit.
And I was like, yes. And you just went like this, and I handed you the key.
That was it.
And you're like, I think maybe you should go to rehab. Hey, I gotta hand it to Colt. Wrote me almost every week
Yeah.
in rehab.
Really?
He sure did.
Did you go right after that?
Right after that,
Really?
yes.
I remember I used to try and write the most crazy shit, so you would laugh, and then you would write me something back equally as nonsensical.
Insane.
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I went to a manual labor camp.
Of course you did.
I did in Magnolia, North Carolina. It was shut down shortly after for bed bugs.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
But I will say my roommate. So when I got there, I was like obviously a shell of a person when I got there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, and I, you know, the crushing weight of all your bad choices, and then like mix that together with now you've got to be sent away, and like you're sitting on this like shitty bed, and it's gray outside, and you haven't been given any sort of criteria for what you're gonna do. You don't know what withdrawal is gonna be like, and in walks this dude. This guy was about as cracky as you could appear to be. Comes in, he's like rail thin, bald, there's tattoos on his head, on his neck, on his hands, and he's like, "What's up? I'm Wayne. I just got out of prison." And I was like, "All right, bet."
for
Well,
what?
Good night. And he takes his shirt off, and his entire back is a Grim Reaper, and it just says, "Pain is life."
Wow.
And instantly I knew that I had had it pretty good comparatively. And then at the same time, I realized that not only was this going to be my roommate, but like that this is going to be life for the next couple months.
Oh.
And what's so crazy is that Wayne became like, this was his 8th stint. And at the same time, this guy had this like zen about him that transferred a lot of calmness to me. And he was like, I can't get my shit straight, but like, you can. He's like, you still got it. This is your first time.
Damn.
This is my 8th time. He's like, don't come back here again. Don't be like me. Like, so he ended up being like my confidant and a really, really wonderful person.
That's cool.
But yeah, I remember coming the night I came back, we went to, we're at Kyle's house. I don't know if you guys were there, but Kyle was a huge reason for it. He was the last dude I saw before I went.
Yeah.
I went to his house that night and he prayed for me and got on the plane. But yeah, I mean, it's been that kind of what I was saying earlier about, it isn't so much now the desire to do drugs or to use or any, I don't really, thank God, like I don't have those impulses anymore. It just finds its way into other things where I'm assessing, okay, these were like behavioral patterns that I've got to be able to break. I don't want them to get into my blood when I pass it along. And it could look like, all right, drinking too much caffeine. It could look like being unhealthy or like whatever, taking this supplement that I don't need to take that I think is going to make me feel this way. And I do it without thinking. But I will say that for, if we want to kind of loop this into like the album that I just made back in June of 2024, I had just done, you saw the tour, you came to the Ryman.
Yeah.
It was the end of the tour. And, arguably I should have felt like I was on top of the world. Cause I was single, but like not in that way. Like I almost felt like asexual or something. I just felt I was trying to take care of myself. I wasn't doing a great job, but I'd sold my house and didn't expect to do really well in that. The tour was financially the most successful one I'd ever done. Finally moved back to Nashville and I'm sitting in this house alone. And I just had been so, there was a lonesomeness and that shouldn't have been qualified because like, I've got a great family. I've got a great friend group, careers starting to grow more. But I just felt like this spiritual listlessness. And back in my house in Portland, I'd kind of like started this prayer because like I had throughout the spiritual journey, I'd been reading about, pretty much every religious or spiritual system that you could think of, philosophy and all of that. Like sociology was really interesting to me and all the different types of beliefs for believing in the one, right? And I just felt like I had come away from digesting and consuming all this information about spirituality. And I felt like I knew less about it. I felt like the more I read, the less that I knew. And I still prayed and all that. Like I still, even through the amphetamine days, prayer in the morning and at night was something that I still did. And I like to think, looking back, that is the thread that kind of I was able to pull from eventually to save me. I just didn't have a name to call it by.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of thinking about my entire life, like about to sell this house, like, that I bought after I got divorced and figuring out who the hell I was. And I'm like, okay, God, if you're like even God, like what are you? Because like if I realize I've been lucky, but like maybe it's been by design, like to some degree, I have so much gratitude for where I'm at now that like, shouldn't I be able to call you by name? Like to honor the fact that I'm still alive, that I'm still here, that I have a career, that I didn't burn everything down. And I prayed that prayer every day and I kind of got no answer, a consistent, like just nothing, but something led me to continue that prayer. Just at least let me know you by name. And so in June, I had gotten off tour and I was sitting in the house alone and I was just playing piano and about to go to bed. And I just, it was like kind of in the movies when you the character, their entire life kind of like flashes and warps, and they see everything, the ugliness, the beauty, all of it kind of rushed in. And the period at the end of that sentence and that kind of line of thought was I felt a sense of gratitude that I'd never felt in my life. And it wasn't gratitude for being alive or my family or anything. It was gratitude for being able to sit here at the piano and play and sing and feel like that is such a gift. I have such a gift that has been given to me. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even hone it. Like, yeah, like being an artist and running a business and all of that, but just like the ability to do so. I was so grateful for that. And I just bowed my head and I just said from like the deepest part possible, thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. And I said it again and I said it again. And then I had a transformative out of body spiritual experience where I knew that God was real, like real with a capital R. And long story short, it essentially was like, I had this experience. I was like, it was out of body. So it was out of time a bit. And I had came to, and I had been weeping. And right then I was like, I just got the answer that I've been praying for. And then immediately my brain went, well, wait, does that mean I have to be religious now? Like, do I have to wear a tie now? Like, what does that mean? And it was like an earth shattering, calm voice in me that was like, we'll get to all that. But what I need you to do is completely surrender yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to work out the details. We'll get there. But right now, I need you to know that you're not in charge.
Right.
That I'm giving you charge of your life.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what's going to happen and how you're going to get fulfillment, you're not going to find it outside reaching for this. You're going to find it in me and in me alone.
Yeah. Wow.
And right after that, I met Tia, my girlfriend, who happened to be a person of faith. And it was like a puzzle that all the pieces just started to fit together. It didn't make what the future is going to be or how I'm going to be the type of man I want to be consistently make more sense. But there is a framework now that I work in that I know what's right. I know what's wrong. I know what's black. I know what's white. And that was the most freeing thing that I'd ever felt in my entire life. And I was like, okay, like the rest is kind of icing on the cake after this fact that I know now for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny when you change from I want, and here's what I think it should be, here's how I think it should be, to just, and this flipped for me a few years ago too. It's like, thank you.
Yeah.
I don't deserve any bit
Yeah.
of this at all, whether it be my career, my family, the shoes on my feet, whatever that is. When you finally just go, thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the most powerful thing you can ever do in your life.
Most powerful thing. And all it does is breed compassion for yourself, for your fellow man, for the things that you have that really matter. And that goes along with wanting to have a better grasp on my health, on my life, because I want to experience goodness. You know, I think for a long time I fought against feeling good.
Isn't it amazing?
It's weird that we do that.
We want to feel bad.
Yeah.
I've walked around and been like, I feel really good today. I should do something else.
To make
should-
it
What?
better.
Yeah, to make
Right.
it better. I feel great.
Yeah.
Ooh, I could feel better. How stupid
So
is
stupid.
that?
And man,
And then you feel like ass the next
Oh,
day.
3 or 4 days.
then you feel, it's a 2 steps forward, 50 steps back.
Mhm.
I mean, and then it was a crash course in understanding like what my relationship with God is like. And like, cause right after that, cause you know, you get this, and I think that other people that have transformative experiences, you experience such a light inside yourself that you just want to give. And I guess it's like, spreading the good news or whatever, but it's almost this sense of like, I felt invincible. Like I felt like I could do anything. And then I got an injury at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was 3 months after that experience. Like an injury so bad, like it didn't happen right away, but like at 3 a.m, I shot out of bed with a pain that physical pain that I'd never felt in my life, in my back, like in my shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
like where I was like shaking and I was almost going to faint. It hurt so bad. So I went to the ER and they gave me a shot of morphine, and I was like, that I'm not this guy, but straight up, this isn't cutting it. So they gave me a second shot of morphine. Helped a bit. And I was like, okay, I can like actually breathe. And then they gave me a script for the strongest possible morphine tablet for like a 2 week. It was unheard of.
Wow.
When I went to go fill it, they were like,
No.
they had to get like extra clarification, all of this stuff. And to me, I didn't care about that. I just cared about the fact that I was getting pain relief.
Yeah.
And opiates were never my thing. I could take it or leave it. And man, like it took the pain away in a way where I didn't ever want to feel like that again. And I like pretty much,
What did you do?
I had it. So I had to go to physical therapy. And they told me that after years of touring, because I toured pretty hard for about 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
wearing a strap, moving around. And then every time I'd come home from tour, I'd want to get back into shape. And so I'd go straight to the gym and think that I could lift like the same that I've been lifting. And I overdid it, and it wore that muscle down to where basically I had a blood clot.
Oh, wow.
It was a blood clot.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's scary.
That's some scary
And
stuff.
it was scary.
dude.
And I felt there was this moment where I felt like I had gotten hooked on morphine.
Of course,
Because
yeah.
I'd been on it for a month.
Especially that strength.
That strength. And then I had this moment where, to lead it back, I was like, I felt then, the classic shame spiral of God, he gave me everything. And I threw it in your face because I'm like, I'm addicted again, or like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I got off of all of that, but it was a lesson. And then it wasn't just know me as God. It was then like, now I'm going to show you what mercy looks like, what grace looks like, because you feel like when you're living in that kind of like hazy zone, there's this distance you start to naturally shape away from God.
Mhm.
Like you start kind of doing it your own way again because, well, this feels good and it's pain relieving. Then the pain kind of stops and you kind of keep doing it and you don't realize it. And I had gotten to a point where I had felt like I had dimmed the light that had been so preciously given to me. And so I fell on my knees again and I was like, look what I've done. Again, I fucked it up again. And then it came to me that it was like, I need to show you what grace looks like. I need to show you that like forgiveness isn't just, please forgive me because I did something wrong. But in the original Greek, when John the Baptist was like, repent for the kingdom of God is at hand. Repent. The original Greek of that actually means to change your mind. And the allowance for us to be able to change our mind, even when we're the worst version of ourselves, is essentially like the unfathomable love and the most powerful version of grace that we're offered. It's like, okay, like you're really putting the puzzle pieces together for me here.
Yeah.
In a
Blow your
big way.
mind, man.
Blow your mind. And it's completely changed my life.
Agape is a special kind of love.
It is. It's a love that like we don't deserve, but we do because we are loved in that way.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Wow.
I don't
change everything.
I know you, but dude, the way you've just talked for the last 10 minutes, I love you so much.
Love you too,
I'm
man.
so happy for you.
It reminds
for
me
real.
a lot of, I can't help but this is the path that Kyle had tried to set me a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got
All
his
of
picture
us,
and
really.
all of us. And that guy, like, yeah, whatever, like what he was dealing with was his own journey. But he always married creativity with God.
Yep.
Always, though it was behind pours and swigs of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
I kind of, at the time, it hammered the point a little bit more home for me.
Yeah.
Because it was someone that was real, that was talking about the shit.
That was, I mean, I never really kind of thought of it like this till just now, but that's probably one of the most frustrating things behind Kyle's death was we knew how he was and how he encouraged everybody to do the right thing, and if you were in a moment or season of struggle, he was there to help you, guide you back on the right path.
Yeah.
And then at the end of his life, just the way it all went down, I think that's what created a lot of, especially for me, a lot of confusion into why he did what he did. And it's like, man, if I could just go back and be like, brother, let me help you the way you've helped so many of us.
Sometimes it's
that's the frustrating.
It's easy
part,
to help other people,
Yeah.
and not yourself.
because he was so good at getting everybody else back on the right path, but whatever he was going through, he just couldn't help himself.
It's just overwhelming.
He made his way into this record. When I reclaimed a sense of faith, just my, you go through all the thoughts of like shoulda, woulda, coulda, like those 2 years that me and him didn't talk as much as I wanted to. Like, was there something I could have imparted, et cetera? And, having his picture in my little writing office, that's always the mark that I'm trying to hit. Was like, I'd be writing, I wrote, this album came out, like all the songs kind of, I basically had a ton of song demos that I just turned in so we could green light the budget, but I just wasn't certain that it was the right story. And then I had this experience. I was living my life, and about 2 weeks before pre-production, I had 0 songs. And so I went in the writer's room, and it was almost like, it's the only picture I really got in there. And it was just like me and him. And this song came out. It's on the record, called 3:30. And, there's a line in there for him. He was a brother to me. Just like that, he's gone. I'll never know what made him do it. And if there was something that I could have done.
Wow.
But at the end of it, which is really great because this is so Kyle, the song is basically talking about the entirety of like how the world is really fucked up and like how these things happen. Your dog gets sick, your parents get old, one of your homies does a thing that you never thought he'd do. And at the end of it, it's like, but at least I have you, my person, with me, regardless of the chaos that like we occupy all the time. And that's so Kyle. It was so him to be like, you know what? In spite of it all, even though this wasn't his story, he was such a believer in love with a capital L, whether it was from God and especially from a woman, and to give that love to someone else. R.I.P.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure.
Oh, we listened to demos earlier that he was the little chainsaw, just in there grinding on some stuff.
Little vocal grindage.
Not a day goes by, dude, that I don't think about texting him or, just hearing him go, "Hello, David."
Yeah.
"Hello, Kyle." It's all in my head. I have 2 voices in my head that I hear constantly. One of them is Kyle doing that, and one is my dad.
Wow.
"Dave, your dad," and then you got Kyle. It's just amazing.
Hello, Dave.
Dude.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Hello, Kyle. Why are you angry? Shut up, Kyle.
Are you angry?
Why are you angry?
Oh, man.
Passive aggressive David. I'm like, you second shit. Oh, man. Dude, I love you. I'm
too,
so happy that you came in here
Me too.
and talked to us today.
So
What I needed.
you've been this past fall. You're working on the new album. When's it come out? You got a
Can't
date
say
yet?
yet.
Okay.
We do.
Well,
But
what is that date
this
though?
year?
It'll be this year, yeah.
Is
Probably
it
around the-
before or after June?
After.
Is it before or after July?
It's after July.
Is it around the time when you're going to go on your tour?
I don't know.
Does it
Good.
rhyme with Rocktober?
It doesn't, no.
Okay. Was there a major event in New York the same month as your album coming out?
No comment.
Ah!
No, but it's gonna be. We'll be kicking things off shortly, and
Nice.
it's yeah.
And is this volume 2?
No,
No, you put out volume two.
Volume 2's out. This will be album 4, and it's the first time, like, creatively. Like, the reason it took me a minute to write these songs, because I wrote them all in like a 2-week period, and it was the first time, like, I realized I didn't have anything to say yet, because I was most comfortable with the darker aspects of creativity and bringing those things out. And even if it having like a silver lining to it, that was kind of my forte, is to kind of bring light into the darkness or whatever. But this time there wasn't much darkness to work with, and I just didn't feel the draw to pull from past events. I was kind of living in this zone of freshness and newness. And so I just went with my creative gut and lived it and experienced it, and was present with my family, with my girlfriend, with having meal, like doing all this stuff, just living my life. And when it came time to write, I was like, wait, I'm happy. So like, I've never written a song out of joy, and other than having a good time, but I found the lane, and the lane is that it is a deep sense of gratitude that happiness can kind of live on the surface, but joy that matures over what you had to climb through, crawl through, dig through to get there is so much more valuable. And so that's essentially like what the album is about. It's a testament of love for sure. Like, there's a lot of songs about her on this, but it's like through the lens of being so grateful for what God has given me in my life. And also saying that I'm human. I'm like trying to figure it out as I go, and I'm definitely not perfect. But I know what the stakes are now.
Nice.
And that's a whole different game to play.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah.
I'll send it to y'all.
Will you?
Yeah. Please do.
It's done, baby.
Yeah.
Put it out on Napster.
Yeah.
Put it out. Leak it.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of which, I just heard some company bought Napster for $207 million, and
What?
the company hasn't been active in 25 years.
Okay.
Why would you even?
Where'd
do
they
that?
even get that money?
I don't know. They're going to use it. They're going to use it to be able to use the name
likeness,
and
the name?
image likeness of it in Meta or something.
Whoa.
In the metaverse.
Just let
Dude, burn it
go.
all down.
So
Yeah.
whoever owned Napster just cashed in 207 largest.
Is it still the Sean?
Mendes.
I don't know.
Justin
I don't know who
Timberlake?
owns it, but someone just paid $207 million for
That's
it
a lot of coin, dude.
Weird,
for a business that hasn't been active in 25 years.
right?
Whoa. I guess the name is so like culturally
Oh, sure.
It's-
prevalent.
The
still.
name is worth something. However,
Like, we all see them at like,
Yeah.
well,
does he need to do it again?
Of course.
You're gonna spin it again, huh?
yeah.
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 I
All
don't.
right, let's do it.
It's our first
Here we go.
repeat,
Okay.
three-peat, if you will.
I figure we just have Ruston on every year. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm down. All right, here we go. Ready?
it's gonna land on something. We're gonna have to spin it again. It's fine. We need to redo the wheel.
We need some new categories. Maybe
We do
Ruston
need some
can
new
help us come up
categories.
with some fun stuff.
Yeah. Send in your suggestions for the Wheel of Shame.
Yeah, please do.
Wake the Dead.
Try it again because you're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Have you ever done Wake the Dead?
What is that?
The smelling
yeah.
salts?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you're going to do it again.
Yeah.
I'll do it with you today. David will too.
I will not.
All three of us for the three-peat.
I like my intestines.
Jasper Newton?
Nope.
What's Jasper Newton?
Jack
Shot of
Daniels.
Oh,
Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Well, then Jasper Newton it up,
Well,
guys.
Well, for funsies, let's see what you land on here.
It's never going to stop.
Are you putting on? I know you gave
His
it a real big
fingers are
spin.
so strong. You fingered it to death.
You've been really working out.
Truth or drink?
Yeah.
Let's do both.
Ah.
Oh!
Wow. 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 I'm good. Still.
You know what, Ruston? What, baby?
Pick. Either
Ooh.
Sinatra or Bonded.
I'd go Sinatra
Sinatra.
if it was me. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Girl.
What you got here, dude? Oh, dude. You got got some rumple milk skins, dude. Wow.
baby.
What? Ah! Wait, did you have that at Kurt? At the old?
No.
Oh.
You get the genuine rattlesnake.
Okay.
All right, before you do that,
Yeah.
or we do this,
Okay.
pick a card, any card, don't look at it.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Am I about to be at some crazy unhinged shit?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, how unhinged are you?
Slade.
I still stay
Slayer.
This is
Is it perfect?
it's perfect for Ruston. Here we go. Ruston Kelly,
Yeah.
our official first three-peater of the Twangtown podcast.
3P.
Do you think you have more or less sex than your next door neighbors?
Oh.
Drink.
You have to answer the question. You get the drink anyway.
I thought it was truth or drink. You can't do
I
both.
want him to answer this question.
You're so weird.
He respects his lady.
I do.
I respect your lady.
All right, now look. We just got back from the Jack Daniels song camp last week,
Yeah.
which we're going to bring you on one time.
I'd love to.
So this is the Sinatra Select. This isn't a shooter. We're going to give it some proper sips.
Fine.
So let's get a nose on it. Ready? Stop it. Smell that. Smell that. Have you ever had the Sinatra before?
No.
All right, dude. This is some of the best, smoothest Jack you'll ever put in your gullet. Tell me that's not butter.
Is it tasty? Is it delightful?
Isn't that good? Oh, he's just going to wash it all down.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
It's so good.
Man,
Oh, I love this podcast.
we're pretty just
Pretty cool.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're back. Now we're back to the good
Backstreet's
stuff.
back. All right.
All right.
So you know this game. I'm going to take the lid off. You're going to hold it right here and give it a big man sniff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man sniff.
And just do it
Yep.
with both nostrils.
Yeah.
Yeah, get in there.
It's so bad.
Okay, my turn. And then you're next.
I don't want to.
You have to.
I'm not a fan.
What's
Okay.
the use of that?
Nothing. There's no
right.
good use for that. Anyway, go. Let's do it. Do it.
I think it's the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
All right, I'm going to film you, David.
And what is it? I don't want to.
You're doing it. Hang on, let me watch now.
Wow.
All right. We're going to get you vertical. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
That's really great. It's really, really. Oh! That's a great reaction. I love that.
Come back to us, David.
I hate that. I hate it. I hate
Is
everything
it supposed to give you like a fake breath? Like I felt like something was trying to.
Well, like, what some people, bodybuilders use it for, it gives them an instant adrenaline rush, like before they lift really heavy weights.
I would fight a bodybuilder before I do that again. I'm crying. It sucks so bad.
That was horrible.
And I've done stupid things with my nose
Wait,
before.
is that what they use when someone gets knocked out? On the
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
my
Except
dad. My
we're
dad
not
talks about
knocked out.
Your eyes are.
My left one was fine. My right one got the brunt of it's
it.
just
Whoa, you got it in your eye, dude.
I can't.
Why are you crying, bro?
I can't, dude. I'm never doing that.
Are you going back for another?
No. I'm just trying to see what's in this.
Oh
Ammonia.
my god. It won't quit leaking. It's still leaking. I can't drive.
It's the best thing ever. I love it.
Oh. Well, Colt, tell them where they can find us.
Yes,
Ruston,
we
thank
are
you.
available on all streaming
Thank
platforms. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Rate, like, subscribe, follow. Go find Ruston Kelly's music and stream every
Jesus,
single song.
help me, Lord.
Be on the lookout for that new album and tour coming
eye.
at some point this
My
year.
eye.
Point.
It hurts.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.